So in this live, I'm going to help you process a feeling called shame. And I'm going to help you feel safe feeling your feelings. So the first time that you've caught me live, say hi in the chat. I would love to see you. And if you know someone who would benefit from watching this video, please tag them, please share it with them. I want to help as many people as I can. So last week I asked you, which emotions are you having the most trouble like moving through, getting past, like processing basically? And shame was the most mentioned, not only here in Facebook, but also on Instagram. So if you don't know how to process your shame, it can trigger your anxiety. Because you're like, I don't want to feel this feeling. Why am I feeling this feeling? I don't want to feel it anymore. What's going on? It won't go away. And now your nervous system is like, oh, there's a threat. And then that can really trigger your anxiety. So a lot of the work that I help my students do is actually helping them feel safe feeling their feelings and showing them how to process an emotion so that it can just be like a blip in their day. It doesn't wreck their whole day. Right? This used to happen to me when I suffered from anxiety really badly. I would feel something and I wouldn't know how to like process it. And then it would just like wreck my whole day. And then it just rolls into the next day. And now you're like, not looking forward to the day when you wake up, and it just gets more and more momentum. So I want to slow down the momentum today and show you how to process shame. So, last week, I felt publicly embarrassed. I'm going to share the story with you. I'm going to share how I moved through shame in a way that actually makes me more confident, makes me more loving. And when you process your emotions this way, anxiety, oh dude, my nails today with my shirt. Yes. That's so good. When you learn how to process your emotions this way, anxiety doesn't even show up in your life because it doesn't get enough momentum. You don't spend enough time in your fight or flight for it to really get to the point where it escalates to anxiety. So last week I attended a training in person. There was like 15 of us. And I don't know any of these people, and we're all here to learn. And someone on day 2 made a comment in front of everybody, and it was a girl, and she was like, oh my God, you're so obsessed with your man. And the guy next to her was actually like laughing and joking as well about it. It was kind of like a joke, but it was more of a jab. She was like, oh my God, you're so obsessed with your man. You're so obsessed with your husband. And for a second, I'm standing in front of the whole room because it was like the beginning of the training. Everyone's getting their shit together. We're all sitting down with our iced coffees and, And so for a second, I felt really embarrassed. And that embarrassment kind of turned into shame. And I was like, oh my God, have I done something wrong? I was like, is being obsessed with my man wrong? Is it bad? Like I felt like I had done something bad or wrong, and it was like shame, 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 shame. And so I sat with the sting and I kind of just laughed it off because I'm in front of 15 people. I'm not going to process my emotions in front of 15 people. I'm not going to speak to her about it. I never said anything to her, obviously. And I was able to quickly move past that moment because I know that I'm not here to be understood. I'm not here to be understood. I'm here to understand myself. Just notice how freeing that feels. You're not here to be understood by other people. You are literally here to understand yourself. Okay? So since I know I'm here to understand myself, it doesn't actually matter what someone says to me. It matters more how I respond to it internally and how I actually use that to better myself. So she doesn't know that she's helping me with my healing journey. She doesn't know that she's helping me become more emotionally aware, more confident, stronger, more loving. Because this is about me. I'm going to take this to my journal. I'm going to take this to the meditation pillow. I'm going to understand it for myself and understand better. Okay? And so the next morning I sat down and I journaled, and this is what came up for me. So I'm just going to read it to you. So she's just said, oh my God, you're so obsessed with your man. You're so obsessed with your husband in front of everybody. And now I'm feeling shame. And I'm like, why? And so I thought, oh no, you don't get it. You've never been in a bad marriage before. You don't know how it feels to want to ask for a divorce, but not want to hurt the other person. That phase usually lasts for a year. I wrote down, you don't know what it feels like to finally get the courage to ask for what you want and to ask for a divorce. You don't know how much it hurts to leave a good person. He's just not your person anymore. You don't know how freeing it feels to know you've made the right choice and that your soul is so happy. You don't know how scary it is to fall in love with someone who you actually love because they could actually hurt you. You don't know how hard it is to want to protect yourself and let his love in at the same time. You don't know how much healing work goes into actually letting him love you. And then to realize that all he wants to do is show you unconditional love. And then to let that be okay in your nervous system. And to learn to feel safe receiving his love. Then you're actually having the best relationship you've ever had because you're safe, you're loved, you're having fun together, and that's the priority of your relationship. And it's the best. So yeah, I'm obsessed with my man because I've done so much healing work in the relationship department. Yeah, I'm obsessed with my man. And there's no way that you could have that level of healthy obsession unless you had done the work as well. And I wished that I had said that to her kind of in the moment, but I'm the kind of person that takes time to process, and like hours later, I have the best comeback. But that's the truth. Letting someone I actually love let me love me has been some of my greatest work, because as a child, receiving love was not safe. It was used against me. It was a pawn. Love growing up was never unconditional. It was like, I only receive love if I perform the way that my parents want me to. I only receive love if I'm quiet. Can't get in the way, can't rock the boat. There were so many conditions to me making sure that I received love as a child. So as an adult, in my romantic relationships, it shows up as me trying to push Nathan away. When we first started dating, for the first 6 months, I used any opportunity I could to get out of the relationship. And he's like, what are you doing? Thank God I had support. I know in previous relationships, I had put myself in a position so that I was always safe from hurt. I picked people to be in a relationship who I knew couldn't hurt me. And I didn't even know I was doing it. You know, you're not really with a person you love. You're not really with a person who you find physically attractive. You're not really with a person who makes you feel alive and loved. You're just like, oh, well, this will be fun for a bit. Oh, well, this is what my parents want me to do. So I always put myself in relationships where I was in control and I was safe. And if the person broke up with me or didn't want to be with me anymore, I'd be like, okay, fine. Like, I didn't really even let you in. So, all right, whatever. On to the next. And when you actually give yourself permission to be with someone who you find physically attractive, who like lights you up, who just like, it's just your person. There's so much at fucking stake. It's my work. My work was to let myself feel safe doing that. Took me like a good year and a half. And so now, because I've done the work, I'm on the other side and I get to experience that magic. I wished... Oh, that's not what I wrote down. What the fuck did I write down? I'm not wearing my glasses, to be fair. Right now. I wish I had said something like that to her in the moment, but really I just didn't call for it. Again, I'm not here to be understood. I'm not here to put on a show. I'm not here to point out other people's whatever they're going through. It's just for me. What am I going through? What's coming up for me? Where can I love myself more? Because shame calls for acceptance. And I didn't even know that there was a part of me that was needing that acceptance. Okay? In that moment, I knew I was safe to feel my feelings. In that moment, I knew I was safe to feel that discomfort. I'm like, it's okay. It's part of the process. I'm safe to feel my feelings. Feeling shame doesn't threaten me. That's a lot of the work that we do inside of Anxiety Academy. This feeling doesn't threaten my safety. I'm safe. I can feel this and I'm safe. So I knew I was safe to feel the shame. I knew I was safe to feel that discomfort. I knew that it was trying to teach me something. I knew that it was trying to teach me a lesson. Okay? It gave me clarity on a piece of myself that I didn't know was wanting acceptance. Healthy obsession in my relationship. And I could see an argument for like, oh, being obsessed with your partner is not really healthy. I think that's different for everybody. And I'm also grateful in my life. I have people in my life who will check me if shit goes sideways. Okay. And also, if it feels good, I've done all of this work. It feels good to love this much. I don't think that that's bad for me. There was no judgment for myself, and there was no judgment for the girl who made the joke. Like, that's how you roll. That's how you roll. I'm not entitled to a life where I'm not like, my feelings don't get hurt, or, you know, I'm not entitled to a life where people don't offend me. That's just not life. That's not realistic. We are going to get offended. People are going to hurt our feelings. People are going to say things that we don't like. It's our job to navigate them with emotional maturity. And that's how human consciousness is going to elevate to the next point. And I'm really fucking proud of myself. And I love myself even more. And I'm more confident, more strong. And you know what? The next time that comes up, if that ever comes up again, I'm going to say what I said. And I'm going to say it with such certainty. So it really, really helped me just become more loving, more confident. Thank you. Thank you. My nervous system is calm. I am calm. I am sure. I have clarity. This is how we process something like shame. So ask yourself, when you feel ashamed, do you run away from it? Like, do you try to avoid it completely? Do you go, oh, that doesn't feel good, and walk away? Okay, that would be a sign that you don't feel safe feeling your feelings. That would be a sign that you don't know how to process that feeling. That's okay. You can learn how to do that. That's what we teach inside of Anxiety Academy. Okay. When you feel shame, what is the narrative? What is the story that you're telling yourself? That's the part to heal. That's the part to understand. I think for me, I've grown up in an environment where like the women are very strong. They're very independent. And feeling this gushy, vulnerable, ultra feminine love is just not how we roll. It's just not. It was never modeled in front of me. And when I ask my parents about their love life, and when I ask my parents about what was demonstrated in front of them as a kid, it's never that. It's never that. And so really I'm breaking that generational curse of like women not feeling safe being completely in love in their relationship. Okay? What is being asked of you to be accepted by yourself? What is the shame asking you to accept? I love this work. I'm such a geek for it. Oh my God. Okay, these are really good journaling prompts for you. So I would love to know what you think, what you feel after watching this. Again, if you know someone who would benefit from watching it, please tag it, please send it to them. And if you have any questions, please comment below. I'm happy to help. So I think I'm going to do anger and like, cause there was guilt. Guilt was the next most popular emotion that you had trouble moving through. So I'll do another live for that because that feels really good. Then maybe we'll do anger. Ooh, resentment came up. That's a good one. Okay. So until the next live, I'm sending you so much love. And in case you didn't know, enrollment for Anxiety Academy is closing at the end of the month. September 1st, we start the next round of Anxiety Academy. And the caliber of women who are joining is just like so much fun. Like it is a full send, let's fucking go attitude. So if you're interested in joining Anxiety Academy, we start on September 1st. It's $555 for the whole 4 months. Yes, you can do monthly payments. If you're interested, you can book a free call with me and we'll see if Anxiety Academy is right for you. Okay? So I'm sending you so much love. I hope that this helped and I will see you soon.